Have you heard the latest? Have you? Americans are now being sold a new kind of government. One that promises efficiency and safety while quietly building a digital cage around its citizens. And it's not the stuff of science fiction. It is written into policy, funded through contracts, and promoted by names most people trust, allegedly. We start with the real spark. Before AI policing became a political talking point, Bob Wright of NBC Universal fame and his Susan Wright Foundation quietly put forward a program that sounded almost noble. It was called Safe Home. Isn't that nice? Safe Home, a friendly label, hiding a far more sweeping ambition. Its name told the story plainly. A delightful acronym. Safe Home, stopping aberrant, depending where you're from, stopping aberrant, fatal events by helping overcome mental extremes. How do you like that? Now, this was 2019, when a series of mass shootings unsettled the country, and Washington was desperate to show action. And Mr. Wright and his team saw their moment. They proposed Safe Home as the pilot for a new agency called HARPA. That's right. Sounds like DARPA, doesn't it? HARPA, the Health Advanced Research Projects Agency, a biomedical version of DARPA. On paper, it promised solutions. In practice, it opened the door to pre-crime. Sound familiar? Can you say Minority Report? Now, Safe Home pitched the idea that mass shootings could be stopped before they happen by monitoring social media, identifying early mental health markers of danger, and sending flagged individuals for intervention. It's kind of like red flagging now. You've heard about this? Anyway, this was artificial intelligence wrapped in mental health language. And it suggested that algorithms could read a person's state of mind simply by scanning their posts and what they said and exclaimed and exuded and professed. One wrong phrase, one angry outburst, one moment of despair, and the system could tag you as a risk. Add health records or psychological data to that profile, and suddenly you are no longer a citizen. You are a case. The proposal affirmed that court-ordered intervention could follow, and should, they reasoned. Social media become evidence. Mental health, mental illness becomes probable cause. And public safety becomes the justification for surveillance. Now, who could be against that? And the idea was rejected at the time, but the model never died. Oh, no. It was absorbed into the broader trend of digital governance that grew after 9/11 and exploded during the pandemic. HARPA resurfaced under the former president, renaming ARPA-H, with the H conveniently moved to the back. And the structure was kept, the rhetoric was softened, and the hunger for data only increased. Now, every administration since 9/11, regardless of political label, has contributed to the same scaffolding. The names change, the agencies rotate, the purpose stays. The argument is always the same. Technology can fix what humanity can't control. Isn't that great? And after all, it's public safety. This is why Safe Home must be seen not as a footnote, but as a warning. It assumed that a person's private posts are open to analysis. It assumed that algorithms can diagnose intent. It's Minority Report, predictive programming. We've been talking about this forever. And it assumed that government has a preemptive right and a duty to examine thought in the name of prevention. Now, that logic is the foundation of predictive policing and the architecture of a digital security state. And the public hears mental health and hears compassion. Bureaucrats hear opportunity. Contractors hear funding. And algorithms, well, they hear everything. You see, the professional tone is simple. It goes something like this. What begins with wellness often ends with enforcement. HARPA and Safe Home must be remembered for what they revealed. They showed exactly how modern surveillance can be introduced to the public, wrapped in concern, driven by crisis, and built by private contractors who never have to face the voter. If citizens don't understand how these programs begin, they will not understand how they expand. And by the time the public demands answers, there will be no person to blame. Only an algorithm. An algorithm no one can understand or question because it can't explain itself. This is happening right now, my friends. This is happening right now. Please listen to this. How long have we been talking about this? How long, dear friend, have we been discussing this? Now remember, we also saw this recently in this notion about this red flagging and taking people who perhaps might exhibit some type of despair regarding, moments of depression. Of course, let's forget HIPAA. Let's kind of go through medical records and the like. We might want to seize the ability to possess a firearm, to engage in certain behaviors. Remember, we live in a panopticon, and any way that the shadow government can control your behavior, anything that can be done, they'll do it. Now, see, here's the thing to remember, and this is very critical. Don't think this is one side or the other. It's not. Believe me, it's not. Oh, no. It's more important than that. It's incredible. It is something that deals with a way of thinking that is so bizarre, so strange, but soon to be so accepted, and you'll ask for it. Remember, whenever someone tells you something, whenever the government says, no, it's the reason is this, it's a reason that you will always say, well, it makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. We have to do something to keep an eye. We don't want any more Columbines or shooters or whatever it is. And especially when you're talking about law and order, oh my God, you're screaming about law and order all the time. Well, we'll give you law and order. You do want law and order, don't you? Yeah. And you do want the order, and that means control, and that means surveillance. And after all, remember this one, if you've got nothing to worry about, what do you care? This is only for the bad guys. You're not crazy, are you? I mean, you're not posting anything weird, are you? I mean, you're not saying anything too vociferously about Trump, are you? We'll see what happens. Watch what happens. My friend, remember, this is not out there. It's here. And these things never go away. Thank you for watching. I'll be talking more about this. What do you think? Am I crazy? Is this impossible? Come on. Is old Uncle Lenny here acting like some kind of crazy conspiracy theorist? I don't know. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and whatever you do, please, I beg you to always comment as you see fit. I've got some special questions for you. Go to the comment section. Answer my questions.